Welcome to Saint Claude, capital city of pipes and diamonds. Gathering here are 190 students from abroad and from the region. These students will be attending 3 days of debate between the school and la Maison du Peuple.
Madame Nelly Beaufray et Monsieur Frédéric Moncé, conseillers régionaux représentant Madame Marie-Guy Dufay, présidente de la région Bourgogne-Franche-Comté.
Madame Françoise Robert, première adjointe représentant le maire de Saint Claude.
Monsieur Christophe Geneux, directeur de la fraternelle.
Mesdames et messieurs les IAIPR.
Mesdames et messieurs les chefs d'établissement.
Mr. Opagiste and Mr. Husson are introducing important members that contributed to the event.
So, what is the aim of Simul'ONU?
The aim of Simul'ONU is to simulate a General Assembly of the United Nations into 3 committees: the Peace and Security Committee, the Health and Environment Committee, and the Economic and Social Committee.
Okay. Which countries are present to Simul'ONU?
So this year it is very special because we have an Erasmus project, and so we can have more international delegations coming from Sweden, Slovenia, Greece, and we have already the delegation of Turkey, and of course with France.
What part students play during Simul'ONU?
So, students are playing different roles. So most of them are playing the role of delegates. We have more than 150 delegates this year. That's a huge number. Some students are playing the role of security member, chairpersons, press members, press staff, and security delegates, chair, and I think it's okay.
And what is this present year Simul'ONU theme?
The theme of Simul'ONU this year is the ocean. That is why we are working since many weeks about this theme, about the ocean, and with the Tara Foundation, which helps us into founding argumentation, because it is a very important issue, and this issue can be evocated into the 3 committees. In the Peace and Security Committee, the theme about the ocean is who belongs the Arctic Ocean and who belongs the North Pole. In the Economic and Social Committee, the ocean is evocated into the different aspects, and how can we share the resources of the ocean? And in the Health and Environment Committee, we worked about the pollution, all sorts of pollution in the ocean.
resolution is primarily decreasing the military presence in the Arctic.
We think that there should be collaboration among countries, so there's a viable solution for peace and security, which is we want prosperity for every country.
Well, the main point of our resolution is about the protection of the Arctic. In the establishment of a police surveillance who will take care of piracy, overfishing and trafficking, and also about the establishment of a unity governmental association who will take care of all the territory distribution problem.
Hello, today I'm with Connor Robert of the Committee of Peace and Security. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine. So let's start. Which country do you represent?
I'm representing Canada.
Yes, and what is your solution for the Arctic Ocean?
Maybe the most important solution is to share Arctic freeland and to preserve biodiversity in the Arctic Ocean.
Okay, yes. What is the main point of your resolution?
To protect biodiversity and to sharing different parts of the Arctic freeland and to increase membership of the Arctic Council.
Okay, yes. And with which country have you made the alliance?
I make alliances with the United States of America, Kingdom of Denmark, and with the Russian Federation, and a little bit with United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
Okay, thank you, Connor, for this moment, and good luck.
You're welcome.
What do you think about the current alliances?
Well, they're not really logical. For example, Norway is a powerful country, a rich country and close to the Arctic, and yet they've made an alliance with Iceland instead of Canada, so it doesn't make sense really.
Okay. Do you agree with the resolutions in your committee?
Well, it was at first a bit difficult to agree with them because I didn't sign for anyone. But Canada agreed to make an amendment, so they changed something in the resolution to include the People's Republic of China. So at the end I could vote in favor of their resolution, but I did not agree with Iceland's resolution. It was not clear and not complete enough.
Okay, and what aspect of this event do you value more?
Well, I think it would be talking and debating with the others, getting to know their opinion and talking with everyone. This is something very interesting.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, today we are in the presence of Pauline Legrand, a chairperson. So, Miss Legrand, can you explain your job in this United Nations simulation?
So actually it's quite like a football match. You're here to handle the match between the countries, and you're here to help people around to answer the questions, to be there for students, and also to handle the debates in the end. It's quite nice.
Okay. And about the debate in your committee, Peace and Security, are you very pretty boisterous?
I can say that this year they're not really boisterous because it's about the Arctic Ocean. It's not about terrorism like last year, but countries like Russia, Canada, the United States are quite fighting to have them the monopoly on this area. But what's really hard is for countries like India or Indonesia, who have not borders with the Arctic Ocean. It's quite hard for them to know what's going on up there. So yeah.
Okay. Knowing that you were a chairperson these past few years, what has changed really?
What has changed? Basically, the topics change every year, so it's different every time. you know, like terrorism. All countries are, yeah, they all have to handle terrorism in a way, either for the Middle East with the Islamic State or I don't know, Al Qaeda. But I mean, in Ireland you've got also terrorism, so it touches everyone. But yeah, for this year it's totally different, and also the students change every year, so it's quite nice to see them again for some. Some grow up a lot, and we've got new students as well. It's quite nice to see them as well, see new people around.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to Model UN News. Yesterday, the delegates made their opening speeches in the Maison du Peuple. There were some issues, as several delegations had to be removed from the room. For example, some were removed for bringing pictures of their leaders onto the stage, and others for applauding out of turn. Later in the day, the committees returned to the lycée to vote for their leading resolutions. In the Peace and Security Committee, the countries chosen were Ireland, Canada, and China. However, China did not receive enough votes and was eliminated. In the Health and Environment Committee, the countries chosen were New Zealand, China, and the US. However, this time, the US did not receive enough votes. However, in the Economic and Social Committee, the US, Senegal, and Norway all received enough votes to proceed. Therefore, we have a situation where in two committees there are only two leading resolutions, and in the third committee there are three.
We see that currently the marine pollution is really important in the world, and that's a really big issue for us, so it's really interesting for all the students to work about this issue.
I think the marine pollution is bad because we eat fish which is contaminated by the pollution, and it's not healthy for us.
The marine pollution is a problem of great importance, especially nowadays that it has been built up. It's not a new phenomenon. It has been building up for ages. So sometime it will reach the maximum point. So we have to find a solution really quick because it will affect everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you present yourself?
Yes, I'm Marina Bisofi and I teach history and geography, and I also teach in the European section.
What do you think about the events organization?
So I think this year it's a quite big organization because there is more than 150 students. So it was not easy to organize it. So I think that at the end it's quite good.
How can it be beneficial to the students?
Because during the year we are talking about pollution, we are talking about the Arctic, different problems in Arctic. So I think it could be another way for the students to talk about it.
Do you think that Simul'ONU will still evolve?
I think perhaps it could evolve in another way with other subjects, with other countries, with people from other high schools around Saint Claude, yes, perhaps.
And what do you think about the theme of this year?
This year it's quite about sustainable development. So we are all concerned by these themes, so I think it could be a quite big benefit for students and also for teachers.
Thank you.
Welcome to Model UN News. Yesterday the committees regrouped for the first part of the debates. We have collected the initial votes. In the Economic and Social Committee, 2 resolutions were aired. The US did not pass their resolution with 7 for, 11 against and 3 abstaining. Senegal also did not pass their resolution, initially with 7 for, 7 against and 7 abstaining, and then on the second vote with 7 for and 14 against. In the Peace and Security Committee, Canada passed their resolution with 12 for, 8 against and only 1 abstaining. In the Health and Environment Committee, China failed with 6 for, 12 against and 4 abstaining, meaning that the Netherlands has passed their resolution by default. After this, we had some breaking news. We saw reports from separatist nations who wished to be recognized by the UN, and we heard the reactions of every delegation. Later in the evening, we had the gala dinner. After the traditional morbiflette, we had performances by students from Greece and from France, who danced, sang, and played some instruments. Today, the committees reconvene to continue the debates. This has been Model UN News. Goodbye.
my opinion, the resources for fish stocks. I think they're going down way too fast, and we need to do something about it. We need to be able to put a stop to this free fall. The best way I think to do that is to combat climate change, which adversely affects the oceans, and by putting a stop to overfishing, which has the ability to wipe off species in an instant. 2011 research showed that at any given time, the total allowed catches in a region would allow species to die off completely. This is completely unacceptable. We have to do something about this problem.
Hello.
Hello.
What country do you represent?
The Republic of Indonesia.
Okay, and in what committee?
Economic and social.
Okay. What do you think about the current alliance?
Alliance, it's very good. We are with Norway and Japan and other countries all around the world. So we have Nordic, Scandinavia, and Asia, and we have Europe. So it's a very good cooperation.
Okay. What is your goal for the end of the week?
To win. If you can win, I don't know. To have fun.
Of course. What aspect of this event do you value more?
About the simulation.
Yeah.
The learning experience and to speak English and to get to know other people.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Welcome to Model UN News, live from the Maison du Peuple. This morning, in the committees, Norway passed with an overwhelming majority in the Economic and Social Committee. In the Peace and Security Committee, however, Iceland failed to pass their resolution. In the Health and Environment Committee, the Netherlands also passed. This afternoon, in the General Assembly here, in the Maison du Peuple, all of the resolutions put forward were passed. However, it was very close with in the case of the Netherlands, where there were 12 votes for, 11 against, and one delegation abstained from voting. Thank you and goodbye.
the voting procedure. All in favour of this resolution, please raise up your placard high now. All against? All abstaining? The Chair finds this resolution has passed with 13 votes in favour, 8 against and 4 abstainers. Clauses are in order.
Bonjour, je suis en présence de Monsieur Vaucher, principal adjoint du lycée Pré-Saint-Sauveur. Donc, Monsieur Vaucher, quel rôle avez-vous eu dans l'organisation de cette Simul'ONU?
Je découvre ce Simul'ONU, la 4e édition cette année. Donc c'est quelque chose que je trouve assez extraordinaire. Le rôle que j'ai pu tenir cette année, c'est simplement d'aider les équipes qui sont à la coordination et donc à la préparation de ce projet. Mais les gens qui sont déjà sur le pilotage de cette action voilà, sont très aguerris et je suis plus là en soutien cette année que réellement organisateur.
Que pensez-vous que cet événement apporte à l'établissement?
Je dois avouer, après 1 jour et demi de ce Simul'ONU, puisque nous sommes pile au milieu de ces 3 journées, que ce début est assez bluffant. Je suis très étonné, moi qui découvre cet événement, de voir à quel point les élèves sont investis, ont un anglais qui est assez incroyable pour moi, qui suis totalement néophyte dans cette langue. Et donc, voilà, réellement, c'est quelque chose qui est, je crois, pour les élèves qui participent, un événement important de leur scolarité. C'est un moment où ils se dépassent complètement sur le plan de l'investissement. On voit que les élèves se sont complètement emparés des problématiques qui sont présentées. Ils argumentent de façon assez étonnante sur les différentes propositions qui sont faites. Et ils doivent trouver donc des alliances et réellement ils se sont pris au jeu et ça va même peut-être être difficile de les faire sortir de cet événement-là tant l'implication est forte. Voilà, donc je crois que pour eux c'est quelque chose de vraiment exceptionnel. Inévitablement il y a un véritable bénéfice pour l'établissement qui voit son rayonnement clairement, le rayonnement de l'établissement clairement amplifié. Voilà. Et
du coup, de votre point de vue, vous pensez que vous pouvez en dire quoi à la moitié? Voilà, c'est quelque chose qui est clairement à soutenir, à reconduire. Pourquoi pas peut-être impliquer également les instances internationales de Genève qui sont finalement pas si loin et qui pourraient peut-être venir apporter leur contribution à ces 3 journées-là. Donc rendez-vous à la prochaine édition déjà, on peut d'ores et déjà le noter dans nos agendas et pour avoir encore quelque chose d'aussi bien et pourquoi pas encore mieux. Merci beaucoup.
Voilà, merci.
Welcome to Model UN